Okay. So, excuse me. What's an actor, people? How many actors are there out there? How many are looking for their big break? How many are looking to basically convey a characterization that is convincing and at the same time also something that they're not associated with? Look at it like this. There are a lot of actors out there. Meryl Streep is one of them. Actress, actor, whatever. You know, because the thing is, you can make it actress, but the thing is, see, women want to be on equal footing, so that's why you would choose the terminology of actor, because that's what a man does, but they're not paid the same. So now, what are you looking at? Who's the highest paid actress out there? And do women really have to control the whole narrative in order to get paid properly? Girls Trip, I didn't see the movie, but at the same time, it showed women of color being able to convey a narrative that made a lot of money, which can give license to more movies of color. Because the thing is, for the longest time, people of color were not given that right. In fact, they weren't given that right at all because white people were putting blackface on. They said you couldn't even portray yourself. Not to mention the fact that you could not portray anybody whose story you were telling. Was it Louise Rainier, The Good Earth? White woman. She played Chinese. I watched the movie. The movie was a good movie. She was very moving in the performance. But the thing is, it's like, if you didn't have them playing a fucked up part, I mean, it was like a joke. You had them playing whatever. And the thing is, you're still talking about it to this day. Now, what is it, Altanino or something, whatever it is, that actor and stuff. He's a comedian, but he's not really a comedian. I mean, he's an actor, but he's also a comedian. He was, I guess, in Broad City and stuff. And he was on Trevor Noah's show, and he was talking about basically, you know, that he pushes the envelope on stereotypes and stuff. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come back to me later. But the shit is funny. Because, I mean, the stuff that he does, I mean, it's real. Now, you can actually go so deep into a character that you lose yourself, like Heath Ledger. Because when he played, what was it, the Joker? I think that was the part that he played, and he committed suicide shortly thereafter. He couldn't divorce himself from that character. Not that that was who he was. I mean, he was a brilliant actor, but the thing is, you can channel the spirit of somebody because you want to actually put that stuff out there. But the thing is, if you don't know how to get rid of it, that shit will consume you. And that's what happened to him. Now, you ain't worried about it. You just say it's a tragedy. Michael Jackson worked his ass to death. Man couldn't sleep. So, what did he do? He had the doctor prescribe something to let him go to sleep because he could not sleep. Prince hurt himself, his back and all that kind of stuff, trying to perform for y'all. because that's who he was. The fans were everything. What the fans wanted to see. They wanted to see him jump off the piano and all that kind of stuff. I saw him live once. Did I ever see Michael Jackson? No. See, that's just what life is. You put on a performance, whether you're an actor or not. And the thing is, if you basically suffer from some affliction, it's easier than something stupid like the fact that, you took drugs or you OD'd or whatever. That's easier to accept the fact that, something happened to you naturally than it is for you to sit there and basically just tell the world, I couldn't handle this shit that you put on me. Now you'll miss him. Now Nipsey Hussle, somebody killed him, so basically it wasn't really a tragedy, but it was just the same. I mean, more of his story is coming out, and basically y'all want to know what the story is. The first thing anybody says who says they know these people is, why did that happen? It's a story. It's your story. And it's what you want to actually have conveyed to you. You want the truth. But the thing is, the truth is relative. The truth is what you accept. But you don't accept a lot of truth. Because the thing is, Donald Trump, and I keep coming back to him, because the thing is, Donald Trump knows that he's a joke to a lot of people. But he won't accept it as the truth. Because he's got half the country. And he then made it all the country. This is what they want to hear. No, nobody wants to hear that shit. Actually, I don't want you on TV. When they elected him, I was like, fuck. Now he's going to be interrupting all my programming. And he spends a lot of time interrupting my programming. You know, the presidents I like? The ones who are handling business, and I don't see them on TV. That's what I like. Now, do I get everything I want? No. My papa already knows that if I tell you that I don't like somebody, I just don't like them. He said, well, what do you like? I said, I don't like them. He said, well, I can't really just do away with them like that. But what I can do is I can expose them for who they are. But the thing is, it don't matter because a lot of people are so stupid they don't know just how stupid those people are. Because they stupid too. I'm listening to saying, now you calling me stupid. Yeah, I am. Because it's all relative. It's like, what do you relate to? What do you want to be acceptable? You want to rape people. You want to shoot people up. You want to kill people. You want to be a straight up asshole. You want to be in a position of power that really is not really a position of power. And at the same time, you might, because of the color of your skin, get away with some shit. Because all they're going to do is sit there and say, okay, well, we fired that person. And what do? They went somewhere else and got a job. And then you sit there and say, well, Jesus forgives me. Jesus didn't forgive you. Well, you say, you ain't Jesus. No, I'm not. Not to you. Jesus is a figment of your imagination that you say has forgiven you. And you ain't learned shit. You want me to sit here and teach you. Teach you what? How to tell a story? The part that you play? Everybody plays a part in life. Whether they go to work every day or they don't. Were they on a street corner begging for some money or not? I told you, see, y'all don't make any sense. But at the same time, you want me to say that you do. What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It means what you want it to mean. I have to worry about how, if you wash your hands when you go to the bathroom, if you got some kind of disease, and y'all sit there talking about, well, the gays, they ain't brought through AIDS. Are you serious? You do realize that AIDS is transmitted sexually by, it doesn't matter who you are. Just like Ebola. It doesn't matter who you are. That shit is transmitted. And just because you stick your dick in a man, a woman, or whatever, you still passing that shit on because you're exchanging bodily fluids. And you still trying to figure out how you gonna clean that shit up. You say, well, if we get rid of all the gays, first off, you can't get rid of all the gays because the thing is, you love yourself. As a man or a woman, you always love yourself, first and foremost, because you in the mirror, like Louise Hay said, I love myself. You ain't talking about the man next door. You ain't talking about the woman next door. You talking about you love yourself. That Bible says you're supposed to love your brother. You're supposed to love God first. You're supposed to love your brother or your sister. You are somewhere down there. But you say, that ain't me. It's about me first. And that's where you at. I don't even care. I keep telling my father, I said, you want me to teach them what? That they don't have an argument? They never did have an argument. That don't stop them from arguing. They don't stop them from shooting up. They don't stop them from going out and buying guns. They don't stop them from doing anything that they do. Hit and run is just that. You hit somebody and you say, ooh, I fucked up, let me go. Even though you might get called later. And they put out an award. They put a price on your head. And there might be somebody who know you did that shit, because one thing I know about people is they like to talk. They like to tell you about their shit. It ain't just prison bitches to snitch. It's you. You snitch on yourself. And then somebody, because they say, you don't even have to admit who you are. Just call. Oh my God, I got to teach these people how stupid they sound. Now, do I make more sense now than I made before when I was calling you out all that crazy shit? Because, that's y'all too. You gonna figure this shit out before it's over with. But before you figure it out, a lot of you gonna be dead. Why? Because that's just what you want. You want to die. You don't like your life. You're miserable. So, I ain't gonna stand in your way. And I'm not gonna let you to the other side. I'm gonna do bye-bye. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the time. I'm gonna stop crying for people. Now, does that mean that later on you're gonna sit there and say, well, I don't like Jesus? Well, you don't like Jesus anyway. And the people that like Jesus, trust me, they know why they like him. And the people who don't like Jesus, they know why they don't like him too. It's because you don't like anybody who tells you the truth about yourself, including your parents. And that's where that shit started. And I know you're not that confused. Anybody who will abuse a child, rape a child. I mean, do all kind of shit to a child, and that's supposed to be their child, or allow somebody else to do that shit. You didn't care about that kid anyway. That shit is on you. And you say, no, no, I cared about my baby. No, you cared about the airtime you got on camera. You played a part. But the thing is, you didn't care enough about that child to sit there and tell that motherfucker who did what they did in abuse to your kid, your own flesh and blood, you can't be a part of my life. I don't even want to hear it anymore. I say bye-bye to all y'all. Have a nice day.